This is Jonathan Agioff here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined by Tyrone McKenna. Fight week is here. Finally, you're fighting Ohara Davis. It's been a long time coming. I guess first question is the usual one. How's the preparation been?
Well, it's the most common question. I mean, it's everyone's going to say it's going well, even if it hasn't went well. So it's a pointless one. But it's been great. I've got great sparring with Luke Keeler, Shannon Kelly, a few other guys from the gym. Been sparring McKenna brothers, but great sparring. I've been determined through lockdown because I knew I was one of the lucky fighters that knew that I had a big fight still. I didn't know when it was going to be, but I knew it was still there. I knew Ohara Davies and a life-changing contract was sitting there, so I stayed on top of everything. I bought a gym from a garage when the gym's closed to keep on top of things, and so I'm very, very prepared. I've been prepared for a while. I've just been ready, waiting to pounce on Ohara Davies.
I was going to say, with such a big fight, it's at stake, this rivalry you've had with him, I'm guessing you weren't lacking any motivation during lockdown, knowing you're going to fight Ohara Davis.
Yeah, it's not even like I've been calling out Ohara Davies for 4 years, and finally it's happening. But it's not even that; it's the stage that it's in. It just made it. It was already big being me v Ohara Davies, but the final of Golden Contract it made it huge. So motivation I've had every day, waking up, going to bed during the day when it's getting hard in training, when I don't want to diet, when I don't want to go training or go run, I've got that motivation in the back of my mind to get up and do it, and it's got me out of bed every day, thriving in the gym and pushing myself to be the fittest I can be against Ohara.
Talk to me a bit about that video you put out on your social media. I didn't know you had all these skills. Is that your car?
No, I can't even drive. I
It
can't
will
even
be after
drive.
Wednesday, huh?
Yeah, but no, me and my mate, Ali McKenzie, call him. He does all that kind of stuff. So me and him just always brainstorm for promo videos. I mean, people are anticipating every fight I have a great promo to go with it. So I'm under pressure to deliver, and it seems to always do.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
always off the last minute. Like me and him wrote that script and what we were going to do as I was traveling to shoot it. So we hadn't even a clue what we were doing, but they always turned out well.
Oh yeah, check that out on Tyrone McKenna's Twitter page if you haven't. Yeah, just going into the fight, how much of that bad blood still remains? I know I'm not going to go back to that video. Everyone's spoken about it, but how much of that bad blood is still with you and Ohara Davis, or is it just boxing?
See if you're going to go into the fight thinking, oh, I hate this guy and there's serious bad blood and animosity, you're probably going to lose because you're not going to be able to control your emotions or control how you want to fight. So I don't have nothing towards Ohara. Yes, he's not my cup of tea. There has been a lot of verbals. There's been a lot of back and forth. But once I get in the ring, he's just another fighter that I'm going to take apart. Yeah, I'm going to do it cool, calm, and relaxed. You get over animated, you get too emotional, then that's when you start running into the problems. So to me, he's just a fighter.
How much do you respect Ohara as a fighter?
He's done brilliant. I mean, he's only had two losses against Josh Taylor, who's unbelievable talent, and then Jack Carroll, who both share lost to. So he's done brilliantly. He's up there. He's in the final Golden Contract for a reason. He is great. I respect his power. He has serious power, obviously. I'm not going into thinking, he doesn't hit that hard. I know he hits hard, but I believe I am a much more skilled fighter. I have a better IQ. I've been around boxing since I was 6 years old. He, I don't believe, has the same kind of vision that I have in the ring or that generalship that I have. I think he lacks that. But I do respect him as a person to where he's got in his career from relatively being a novice in amateurs.
Mm. you're obviously working with Peter Taylor now. You've had a bit more time to work with him. How beneficial has that been for you going into this final? Has it been kind of a blessing having that extra time to prepare?
Yeah, I was actually saying that. Like the first fight I had with him was I only had 7 or 8 weeks with him, and I think he's seen glimpses of the way he wanted me to box, but the old me still came out every round. I think now I've got 8 months with him. I'm boxing the way he wants me to box. I'm doing the things that he wants me to do. He's corrected a lot of things that I was doing wrong, and he's got me to be a completely different fighter. And I don't even think that it's just because of like Pete Taylor's completely changed me, but because there's no crowd as well, I'll be able to listen to Pete Taylor more. I'm a guy that always fights for the crowd and fights what way the crowd want me to fight, and it's kind of my downfall because I'm a great boxer. I can fight. Yes, I love fighting. I love entertaining, but at the end of the day, it's boxing, and I'm a great boxer, but I never do it. And I think without a crowd, I'll be able to sit there, listen to Pete's instructions, execute his game plan, and box the orders and win the fight.
So you're in some ways glad that this is behind closed doors.
Yeah, I really am. Like, I would love. I absolutely would love. I'll probably be upset that it's behind closed doors after I beat him because there's none of that. Like, you feel like a hero and all your fans there and stuff. But for the fight, and in regards to the fight, it's a blessing to me. I mean, I always feel this pressure when I fight that hundreds of people have paid money for flights, tickets, hotels, and stuff, and they're expecting a war because that's what we expected to do. And I always feel going out, I have pressure to really entertain and really go for a war, and that's why I do it. So now there is none of that pressure. There is none of Tyrone has to go to war. I paid less money, so I'm going to go out. Doesn't matter if it's a border fest. It won't be a border fest. I know that, but it doesn't matter because no one's there. No one spent hard earned money. They're watching it in their houses now, and I don't have that kind of pressure. I think I'm going to relish it.
Well, I think I remember you tweeting, I think it was after your quarterfinal win, that all the crowd are just buying you endless amounts of drinks straight after the fight.
I have to buy my own drinks, but another thing, I'm going to beat them. There's going to be celebratory drinks, and all the bars are going to be closed.
Yeah.
It's going to
Well, yeah, this is be after
be
10, I guess.
a wee carry out in the room. That's it.
How do you expect Ohara to approach the fight with you? You mentioned his power, his reach. Do you expect sort of an early onslaught from Ohara, or do you think the first few rounds in particular be quite cagey considering the occasion?
Um, it's hard to say until you get in there. I think. I mean, he's he's not the kind of guy that rushes things. He likes to take his time and pick big shots and good shots. So I think he's not silly enough to just charge in. And he knows I'm a very fit fighter and a guy that can throw punches for 10 rounds solid. So I don't think he wants to blow up in the first 3 rounds by doing an onslaught. So I think he's going to be smarter than that. He's going to try and pick shots, um, and keep me busy enough. But I don't know. It depends on what he's been working on, what he thinks is going to work for him. I'm not really bothered because, as I said, I have a great boxing IQ. I've been around the world boxing, and I can adapt to any style that he brings. So any game plan he has, I'll have an answer for. I'll let him ask questions, and I'll answer them.
How do you think your two paths to the final compare? How would you sort of rate each other's, yourself and his path to the final?
I think we both know, me and him know that I had the hard route to the final. I had the favourite. I had Mikey Saki, first of all, who I think is a bit underrated because he does only have the 8 wins, but he's a very skillful fighter. I dealt with him with a shutout win. The semi final, I had the hot favourite. I think he was odds on favourite for the competition, and I beat him. It was a war, but I'd say he'd have stopped the war. Um, he's a very, very talented fighter, very world ranked fighter, and I dealt with him, and I'm in the final. He had met your man Noon, who no one really knew nothing about. He beat him. Who's actually blowing up. Both of his fights have been blowing up lightweights, and like the national lightweight fighters. But there's nothing he can do about that. I mean, that's the fights that he got. mean, he's been in tough fights before. He's fought Vasquez, he's fought, as I said, Josh Taylor, Jack Carroll, Darry Matthews. So he has had hard fights. He's had very good experience. The last 2 fights, he was lucky and he got an easy path to the final, but I'm not looking at that too much.
With so much at stake, 5-fight contract with MTK Global, lucrative deal. What else would this do for your career in terms of what could be after that? Is it sort of eliminators for world titles, things like that?
Yeah, I think once I win this fight, that I'm going to be up there. Like, I'm already number 15 in the world with WBC. So after I win this fight, I'll be ranked even higher. I'll be knocking on doors of the world titles. Obviously, Josh Taylor's there and Ramirez are fighting. They're trying to unify, but I believe they're both going to go up a weight after this fight. So that leaves a lot of vacant titles that I could maybe fight for one of those pretty quickly.
Yeah. Just last couple of ones. What is your sort of overall prediction for how this fight plays out? If you can give me one.
Well, I think it's gonna be a fast start. It's gonna be high pace. It's gonna be. I'm gonna show a lot of boxing skill, but I'm still gonna be in the mix, in the pocket, and picking shots. I think Ohara is gonna be trying to land bombs a lot. And I think if we can nullify his right hand, then I've won the fight. And I think a late stoppage by me.
He said a few comments in the build-up that basically he's questioned why you haven't been more vocal in the build-up, and I think the words to effect were he knows he's getting whooped. I think that was the words. Any response to that?
See, I'll address this. The reason I wasn't is because he was trying to be humble OD. And he was like, oh, I'm a new man, I'm not going to attack someone that's trying to change his ways. But why would I go out of my way to absolutely slaughter him if the man's trying to change his ways? So as soon as he said that and he changed back to the normal OD, I haven't been off the internet saying shit about him. I keep on saying I'm going to batter him, blah, blah, blah. So, and he's went quiet. After he said that, I've attacked him and he's went quiet. He hasn't said nothing in a week and a half. So it's him that's the worried one. I mean, he's on my coach's Instagram, going back weeks and weeks and weeks and writing comments on their videos. So he's that scared at night. He goes on to my coach to see what kind of videos he's got of me training. To look at me, I haven't been on Kevin Mitchell's or his other coaches' Instagram because I don't care. I know what he's going to come with. I'm not panicked. He's the one sitting late at night, panicked, watching videos of me on my coach's Instagram. Like, come on, OD.
Just away from this for a moment, one thing was a bit random, but one thing I wanted to ask you was I spoke to your good friend Tommy McCarthy maybe a month or two ago, and he told me a bit about some of the jokes you play with him and Tyrone McKenna. Just talk to me a bit about sort of the atmosphere between you guys.
To be honest, it's the atmosphere. It's a 3-way team. The T team will call it, Tommy and the 2 Tyrones, but it's mostly me and Tyrone McCullough putting pranks on Tommy McCarthy. I mean, I don't know if he told you about us breaking into his room and
Yeah.
doing a fire extinguisher all over him. He tried to get us chucked off the world team, Irish team at that stage, but and then just like getting his phone, and we deleted every single person on his Facebook before except one person. I think it was Paddy Barnes. We didn't delete Paddy Barnes, so it looked like it was Paddy Barnes. But we just tortured Tommy. Tommy takes it so bad because he's so chilled and relaxed. So he takes it bad when you mess him about. See if you mess him about when he's sleeping as well. He loves sleep. So if you mess him about when he's sleeping, it gets him more angry.
Yeah. Final one. I mean, I think this fight's going to build and build as we go on. It's Sunday today, and you're fighting in 3 days' time. Are you expecting a bit of a fiery build-up?
Yep, I am indeed. I always expect fiery build-up, so I don't know what way I'm going to react. I'm a very hot-headed person, easy to wind up, so I'm always guessing what way I'm going to be. And I don't know. I actually don't know what I'm going to do this week or what's going to happen or what way I'm going to react when we're doing a face-off on Monday. We're doing a head-to-head kind of press conference thing. So, I mean, the future only tells. I don't know what way it's going to be.
Keep the water bottles away, huh?
I wouldn't do that. That's not right.
Well, whatever happens, I think it's going to be an entertaining build-up. Best of luck, Tyrone. Heading over tonight. Yeah, best of luck, and look forward to seeing how this fight goes Wednesday.
No problem, Jonathan. Right?